Turn. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is your humbled host, Save Our Children TV, and I'm going to talk about a story that happened in Bronx, New York, back on June 29, 2022. And this is the story of a mother and son who are charged with murder and the death of a 7-year-old Bronx girl, which is the mother's daughter, and the son is, I guess, his sister. Um, Here's the article I pulled it up. For nearly a year, law enforcement officials labored over the investigation into the murder of a 7-year-old girl named Julissia. Let's say, can you turn that back on? Can you turn the light back on? I'm in the dark. Can you turn? For nearly a year, law enforcement officials labored over the investigation into the murder of a 7-year-old girl named Julissia Batties, who was found fatally beaten at her mother's apartment in the Bronx. Julissia's father and grandmother said that investigators urged them to be patient. The case, they said, was complicated. On Wednesday, the waiting ended. Julissia's mother, Navasia Jones, and Julissia's 18-year-old half-brother, Paul Fine Jr., were arrested on murder charges. The police said Mr. Fine was also charged with sexual abuse. Actual. The arrest closed a chapter in the story of a girl from a turbulent household who had a case file with the city's child welfare agency from the moment she was born. She had been the subject of an abuse report 4 days before her death, filed by a neighbor at the Mitchell house in Mount Heaven who saw her with a black eye. Julissia's mother was one of a string of deaths. Julissia's mother was one of a string of deaths last year that spurred new city policies to help closer watch over families where abuse was suspected and to improve coordination between the police and child welfare agency. The Administration for Children's Services immediately followed Julissia's death. Her mother and half brother had offered conflicting explanations. Mr. Fine said he hit Julissia for taking some snacks, but Miss Jones said the girl had fallen and hit her head on the desk. The police said at that time. Ultimately, the Bronx District Attorney, Dorsal D. Clark, said that both were responsible for the death of Miss Jones' innocent, defenseless 7-year-old daughter. Ms. Clark said in a statement that Mr. Fine assaulted Julissa between August 8th and August 10th, the day of her death, and that Miss Jones, 36, failed to get medical help as Julissa lay dying. The girl was struck with enough force to damage her internal organs and had bruised and other injuries on her face, wrist, clavicle, and thighs, Ms. Clark said. The investigation found that Mr. Fine actually abused Julissa after she had already been physically assaulted. This is a revolving, disturbing case of brutality and callousness, Ms. Clark said. Julissia's paternal grandmother, Yolanda Davis, who raised Julissa for most of her life, said by phone from the Bronx courthouse where Miss Jones and Mr. Fine would be arraigned that the investigation should not have taken this long. But I'm glad we're here now, she added. When Julissa was born in 2014, her mother already lost custody of 5 other children, including Mr. Fine, after they were found with signs of physical abuse. As a newborn, Julissa was removed from her mother and her father. Julissa Bettis because the child welfare agency found that they failed to provide a minimum degree of care. She was sent to live with her grandmother, Miss Davis. Miss Davis said that she and Julissa had a good life together. Whatever she wanted to do that made her day better, I did it, she said in an interview last year. Julissa's mother struggled with her mental health. She took mandated anger management and parenting classes. As she gradually showed more fitness as a mother, Miss Jones regained custody of one of her other children, and she thought to get Julissa back too. The social worker noted in 2019 that Julissa became upset every time the mother was mentioned. The child welfare system aims to reunite children with their parents. In April of 2020, Ms. Davis brought Julissa to her mother for an extended visit, and the child welfare agency decided to make it permanent. By last summer, neighbors said they were hearing Miss Jones yelling at her children frequently. The police said that there were at least 9 domestic abuse reports on file for the family, though there was no information available on the timing or outcome of the incident. Neighbors said that they saw Julissa out on the street by herself sometimes. The one who saw the black-eyed Jasmine Jones was not related to an invasion, said that Julissa had been affected by her mother, but a caseworker close to complaint after visiting the home, where Julissa said she had been hit with a water pistol, and her mother showed the toy. Let's see. Miss Davis choked up on Wednesday as she thought of her granddaughter. I'm just hurting so bad that I could save her, she said. And I tried everything to save her. I did everything I could, and nobody was listening. Okay, here's the picture. Okay, commentary now. I say this all the time on my channel, and I'm gonna continue saying it. Some people do not need children because if you raise children, whether you're a mother or father, multiple children, and you're not suitable to take care of children, you shouldn't have them. If you're just gonna abuse your children, do horrible things to your children, you shouldn't have children because it it's just not in your best interest to be a parent. On this channel, I actually did horrible. I actually told a horrible story on this channel once, and some of these stories are just it's really hard to do um, because and a lot of it involve their own children. How can I don't understand how parents can kill their own children, beat their own children, and then involve your son to help you. I just don't understand it. By the way, if y'all did not know already, if you commit a heinous crime in New York City or any part of New York State, um, I believe New York State have the death penalty. I think, or maybe life imprisonment. But they need life in prison. I think if I'm not mistaken, if you kill a child under the age of 6, then in any state, I think you could face a death penalty because under law there's a statute. I don't like when I talk about a simple background check and why not to sleep around and make children with animals. That's exactly what I mean. You know, you got to stop making children with any and everybody, knowing that people are not stable in the right state of mind to have children. Uh, Tell me what you think about this story in the comment section down below. And by the way, I'm drinking some iced coffee. Really delicious. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Turn the notification on. Subscribe. Share my videos. Go over to my crime time channel. Hit that subscribe over there. Go on my Facebook. Subscribe over there. Get on my Instagram. Go over there and subscribe. Show your boys some love. Let's spread the message. Let's get child abuse out of this world. We don't need it. Abusers belong in jail. Murderers belong in jail. Apists, if you know what I mean, belongs in jail. People who abuse, sexualize children, do all that belongs in jail. Life imprisonment. I do these stories because I feel like we need more people to do these type of stories because if we really sit down and talk about this, I think people will listen and stop bringing people in your house, especially boyfriends and girlfriends and all that, around children that they never met because anything can happen. So I want to continue with my passion to do what I do, even though I have a lot of not so good supporters. But I love what I do. It's a passion. It's a calling from God. I know God will want me to do this as a passion, and I'm going to continue doing this. This is what I love to do. I love to put the message out there. I love you guys. I will see you guys. I believe. Oh, I got paper. I got paper. I got to right here. Let me see when I see you guys next. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Exactly tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. On my crime channel, I will see you guys on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So tomorrow I'll be back on this channel. I quite don't know what I'm going to talk about. I'm trying to research some articles in the morning and see what I can talk about. But I love you guys. Peace.